That was a dinosaur there at the end.
Guys,
We're gonna
talk about.
You're gonna have to
dinosaurs.
update that dinosaur to this dinosaur. This exact shot right here.
That exact.
You know,
Dude.
sometimes you gotta
Second
stop.
best shot of the movie.
Sometimes you gotta stop mid-movie and do some marketing, you know?
You know, just in case people weren't aware,
IMAX the movie.
that they were watching a Jurassic World / park movie. At the 2 hour and 10-minute mark, they needed to remind people.
That's my second favorite part of the movie.
It was kind of a fun little thing. I didn't mind it.
I feel like you guys should know what my favorite part was.
What's up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome back to another episode of the What the Fanboy Show. To my right is Roberta. She is the T-Rex. Oh, nope, it's Tyler.
Her name's Roberta?
Yeah! I mean, everyone calls her Rexy.
Yeah, Rexy's way cooler. Yeah, I'm Tyler. My left is Luke.
Happy Monday, guys.
Happy Friday on a Monday. Monday on a Friday.
My bad, guys. This one's on me.
It's all good, man. You know?
I was in New Mexico.
I was prepped to record on Tuesday.
We got back at like 7:35, and I was like, we could have made it, but I would have been so dead. No. Yeah, nope. I had a good weekend away. I think I'm kind of in town for the rest of the summer, so
That's
no more
good.
planned vacations.
Nice.
But I didn't do a ton. I read some books, not whole books. I read parts of books. The Light of the Jedi.
How far are you? Like 20 pages?
No, like 50 or 60.
What do you think so far?
It's good.
I really like what they do in that story.
Yeah. No, it was a fun little setup.
Have you met what are they called? The Storm? No, they're not called the Storm. Hold, please.
We're gonna wait while Tyler does some research.
The Hurricane.
The Nile. That's their name.
I've not met the Nile yet.
Oh, wow. You are not far at all then.
Denial?
Denial.
Denial.
I'm going to drive the boat.
Through denial.
Ooh, Denial. Denial is the villains. They're pretty cool.
Yeah. No, the Jedi are still dealing with the ship exploding.
Ah, yes.
Like, I think that's a fascinating entry into the book. Like,
Freaking awesome.
it's really, really cool. But yeah, I watched some TV shows. Miss Marvel, episodes 1 and 2. I know Luke hasn't seen any of that. Tyler, have you watched that at all?
Nope.
I liked it. I'm liking it so far.
Good.
It's a nice change of pace because it doesn't feel super Marvel TV show-ish.
Here's the real question.
Uh-huh.
How many cameos have there been?
None. That I know of. I'm not paying attention enough.
That seems to be the new Marvel thing, is cameos.
Is cameos?
I'm
Yeah.
just curious.
No, it's weird because it does feel very separate still at this point. Very focused on Kamala and her story. I do think her powers still feel a little TV show CGI level. Like they look fine.
So it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus. But yeah, no, I've been enjoying that a decent amount. And then I also watched Kenobi.
Nice.
We haven't talked about 4 or 5. Are you
two
guys caught up?
I'm 2 episodes behind.
I was the one on vacation. How?
I'm the only person at work this week.
What? Well, okay.
So...
I'm enjoying Kenobi quite a bit. We'll keep moving on.
I'm caught up on Kenobi.
Is it good? You liking it?
Yeah, I'm liking it a lot. I think this everything about the show is good, fine. I just think they're doing Vader so well.
He's been fun because we really haven't seen, other than a cameo, what is
Especially
primetime Vader.
In the last episode, the most recent episode.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Vader. It was awesome. No spoilers, but...
I'll catch up this weekend. I've just been super slammed.
No, you good. No, I'm really enjoying it. I'm kind of bummed there's only 1 episode left.
Oh, there'll be a season 2.
Yeah,
Exactly. There'll be a season 2 and they'll get into more shenanigans.
Nice.
So, Tyler, what you worked a lot this week.
I worked a lot this week, and this is my 3rd podcast this week.
But we didn't even do our podcast this week.
Correct. So this is my 3rd podcast this week. I also did my Big 12 show. I recorded that last night. That will be up on Sunday on the Takeover Sports Network over on YouTube.
Nice.
Be sure to subscribe. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers. And then I also guested on the Movie Moron.
Yeah.
Went on. We talked about Jurassic World Dominion, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. It was really fun. It was a cool experience. It was nice to collaborate with another Wichita podcast.
Yeah.
It's been we've been doing this a while, and it's nice to finally meet some other people. It was just a really fun, laid-back experience. I think they'd be a fun group to bring on at some point. They're hilarious.
Yeah, I've had fun listening to them for the past couple months, and then even just your banter back and forth with them was a lot of fun. So.
I got the poke fun at Brett. I had to make sure to get some of those in, some punches.
Even when I'm not on the show, Tyler's got to kick me while I'm not down.
Shout out to Easton for giving me a great soundbite intro. That was awesome. I appreciate that. And I look forward to working with those guys in the future. They're really cool. If you don't listen to them, go check them out. They're called the Movie Moron. A lot of fun.
Sweet.
Big film guys for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the last thing I did I was actually thinking about waiting until Monday, but since we're going through our recaps, I beat Deathloop.
Oh, nice.
That game is one of the best designed games I've ever played, which doesn't really surprise me since it's Arcane. But that's a booyah for me. Fantastic game. I think had I played it last year, It would have been a lot harder for me to choose It Takes Two. Just really, really fun. Luke, have you started it yet?
Haven't even installed it yet.
Nice.
Classic Luke.
Yeah,
he's too busy playing Destiny.
Right, that's true. But no, it was a lot of fun. All the performances are really good. There's some pretty cool twists and turns throughout. And when you get the opportunity to run your perfect loop, which will make sense if you play it, there's not much in gaming as satisfying as running the perfect loop. It's really cool. Also, just spoiler without context, don't sit back down in the chair. I beat it twice. The first time I beat it, I accidentally interacted with the chair, and you're not supposed to interact with the chair unless you want to.
I'm never sitting in a chair in that game ever.
Unless you want to stay in the loop. So, yeah, Deathloop's a booyah for me. I hope it comes to Xbox soon so everybody else can play it too. Luke, you're up, my man. What you been up to, homie? Besides drinking that soda.
Oh,
Soda.
Well, over the past 2 weeks, I feel like I've done a lot, but maybe not. I should probably look at my notes. It's been so long. Oh, that's right. I finished Under the Banner of Heaven.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
That show is fantastic.
Heck yeah.
Check it out. I think everybody should really watch it. It gives some insight into some people's lives that I think some people will find interesting.
That was super vague, and I love it. Some aspects of some people.
Into Mormonism. And is it totally true? Like, and then is that how it is today? I don't know. I'm not Mormon. So I can't speak to that. But I at least thought...
Luke, this is the internet where you can speak to anything. No matter who you are.
True.
No. I at least thought glimpsing through the window was very interesting.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, be careful.
The boys...
And there's some good parallels you can draw between what's happening in that story and what's happening in the real world in other cultures and or religions. So...
Yeah.
A healthy reminder to stay humble and...
Stay humble.
Don't
sit down.
Don't go killing people.
Yeah, don't kill people. That's
that's great.
That's good advice.
Yeah, don't do that.
It reminds me of there's a comedian, sidebar, why not? Who says, something like, if aliens come to Earth, and they're like, oh, this Jesus guy, you seem really into him.
I saw this.
Like, what do you do? He told us to be nice to each other. What'd you do to him? We killed him. Then there's this other guy, Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh,
what'd you do to him? We killed them. Oh.
Goodness.
We don't have a good track record, guys.
So if aliens are nice, good chance we probably kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Luke, The Boys.
The Boys
Oh yeah, I've watched episode 1 of that.
is so good this
I'm through
season.
4, and it's awesome.
After we do this episode, I'm going home and I'm watching the next episode. It's been amazing. That's one of the best shows on right now. Me and Logan watched No Time to Die. Logan, my brother. If you don't know who that is.
It's on Prime now?
Yeah,
right?
well, yeah, but
Oh, but you own it.
we own it. I own it. That movie's fantastic. The Daniel Craig Bond movies are amazing. You're right. I did play a lot of Destiny. And kind of a little accolade for myself personally was I soloed the Prophecy Dungeon, which is my favorite activity to do in Destiny. And since Titan's Solar 3.0 is a little broken right now, I took advantage of it before they nerf it. And I soloed it, and it was awesome. It felt great, and it took a really long time. I don't know, I might try solo flawless if I'm bored someday.
How long did it take?
A couple hours. I kept dying because of stupid stuff, like I'd miss jumps.
Oh yeah. That's an easy way to die in Destiny.
But I felt like I never died from being shot at. Which is
Kinda dope.
why Solar 3.0 Titan is going to be nerfed at some point.
Remember how 2 weeks ago he was complaining about how bad Solar Titan
So this is the thing too.
I'm sorry, Tyler. I got him up on the soapbox.
Solar
It's all good.
3.0
I'll sit
has
here
grown
quietly.
on me a lot.
Good.
It took a while, but I came around to it. Now I'm just worried that Bonk Hammer Titan is going to get stale. Because it's really the only thing. You just hit people with your little hammer. We'll see in time. But yeah, I don't dislike it anymore.
Good.
It's nice.
Good.
And the last thing I've actually been doing a lot this week was I started watching this show, and I went pretty hard on it. I watched 3 seasons of it. It's called Stranger Things. I started watching Stranger
love
Things
it.
again.
Are you gonna rewatch 4 too?
Yeah, I will
You're
probably
gonna wait till like the week it comes out.
No, I'll probably watch it again, honestly. At least season 4. That is one of the best shows ever made. And I finished season 3 last night again. And I think the finale of season 3 is the best episode of Stranger
That's the
Things so
mall
far.
episode, right?
Yeah, the Battle of
Yeah,
Starcourt.
That's so good.
It
That
is
episode's
so
phenomenal.
good. They do so many amazing things in that 3rd season with taking so much away from them, and the build up in that season is so organic. It's so well made. Plus, like, I didn't even realize season 4 is the only season I feel like where everybody starts off pretty sad. Like, normally at the beginning of the season everybody's happy, things are going good. Season 4, they're all split apart. They're all bummed out.
Yeah,
People are dead.
You see what Noah Schnapp said today?
No.
Oh.
He said, "Get ready, people are about to start dying."
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Everyone loved part 1. That's why they really separated it into part 1 and 2, so that everyone would be riding high
Right.
for
Now-
a month, and then it's like emotional damage.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
It's gonna be good. Good stuff. Puppy dog, what are you doing over there? Getting comfy in her bed.
Restless leg syndrome.
So yeah,
I feel a scene.
News.
I
No,
guess
I'm kidding.
we're gonna skip news today because this is a Friday show. We'll have news on Monday.
There'll be a lot of news.
There will be a lot of news.
Summer Game
The whole
Fest.
episode is news.
We
on
wanted to
Monday.
Xbox,
not have
Bethesda.
a 3-hour show, so we split this up.
Ezra Miller's on the run.
Oh my
Oh
gosh!
my god.
Stop it, Luke. We're talking about that on Monday.
I'm
There
teasing.
could be. Oh,
I'm setting it up for Monday.
I love it.
Possible hot takes? Maybe. I haven't been talking into my mic this entire time, so
There's a reason.
I'm loud.
You're turned up louder than everyone else.
Oh, then I'll keep doing that. Then.
No, if you just come in, just talk quieter when you get close to your mic. Podcasting 101.
Check, mic check. Applesauce.
As you can see, we are professionals.
Crushing this.
It's Friday. It's good.
Guys, we watched a movie
I'm drunk.
in the
But actually,
in the last
we said it was Friday. I don't know.
in the last week and a half.
We watched a movie?
We watched a movie. I watched it a week. I watched it a week ago. You guys watched it last weekend.
About a week ago.
Jurassic
Yeah, we thought Saturday.
World Dominion, the
Dominion.
finale of the Jurassic World trilogy, but definitely not the end of the franchise.
Is the third trilogy going to be called Triassic?
I hope so. I think they need to just start changing up. It's not Jurassic, it's Cretaceous or...
So they have Jurassic Park, Jurassic
I get
World.
Triassic because it's the
They
third.
need Jurassic
I know.
Neighborhood.
Jurassic Neighborhood?
Yeah, that's my
What about Jurassic
Your
Land?
bitch.
Jurassic
Go with the
Land.
theme park motif still.
Jurassic Before
Continent.
Time. Nope. I tried to mix two things there. Land Before Time and Jurassic Park and it didn't work.
How dare you?
I know. Shame on me.
Ding, ding, shame.
Tyler, what's your initial impressions of Jurassic World Dominion?
Well, boy, let me tell you.
Best movie ever.
Yeah. I wrote Jurassic World 3 is more of what I hope for with these movies. It's a fun time with cool dinosaur action and great new characters.
Nice. Luke?
I don't remember what I wrote, but I had a lot of fun with it. I'll just say that.
Perfect.
Fun!
It was
It had dinosaurs in it, so I liked it.
I
That's what I went in with. Those were my expectations,
Yeah.
and they were exactly met. Exactly. There was dinosaurs in it.
there were dinosaurs in it. For me it was a class I say classic, but it's the new age of what a finale is, which is let's cram as much in as we can and remind you of all the old things.
Get the legacy characters.
Get the legacy characters back, throw in a bunch of new stuff. It's kind of a hot mess, but I liked it.
Let's get the band back together.
It's a lot of people was comparing this to like Rise of Skywalker,
yeah, I can
and a
see
lot of the
that.
elements I think I can understand that comparison. Legacy characters, did Lando need to come back? No. Did Alan Grant need to come back in this movie? No. But
No, he
the
needed
idea
to
of
come
tying
back.
up not just a current trilogy but a previous series of movies. That said, I think this is executed way better than Rise of Skywalker. This was way more entertaining for me. But yeah,
That's good. Jurassic Park's your favorite movie, right?
it is. And I think for me it was important not to hold this to
Same standard.
an unrealistic standard because of I know the world we live in and the kind of movies that get made today, especially if they have budgets above $150 million.
That's a lot of money.
Like there are just
Moolah.
things that you have to expect. This isn't the movie I would have made. That's okay. It's the movie that it was, and I'm okay with that. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it, but I had a good time with it.
For the record, what I wrote on Letterboxd. Follow me on Letterboxd.
Good plug.
I had a great time watching this script. Who cares? There are giant dinosaurs fighting and eating people, which easily satisfies me. Also enjoyed the new additions to the cast. Rip Scooter Guy. I'll always remember you. That was the best part of the movie.
Scooter guy.
I was so hyped for that the whole movie that it happened, and I gave a woo.
Did we high five? Or
Yeah, yeah, we were like,
Oh, Scooter guy. Yeah.
just the fact that it like comes out of nowhere too.
Yeah.
Like, slight spoilers. Those dinosaurs, I don't think they had shown. They're just there all of a sudden. I don't even remember.
They show them, but then like somehow they get to like the plaza.
I was
And
gonna
you're
say
like,
they
"What?"
show them. They unlock the cages.
Yeah.
Underneath in the whatever it's called, in the underground area, and then like they don't show them getting up there, but all of a sudden they're just in the plaza.
You know, it's in the Trevorrow cut.
Oh,
So
we gotta get that. Is it gonna be in theaters?
no.
The new thing.
Can we just not do like the director cut thing for a while?
Bro, it already got leaked that there's an extended Blu-ray cut.
What
Did
are
it really?
What are
Yeah.
Okay, so Luke, you mentioned the new cast. I want to just talk about the cast in general, but we can start with the new cast.
Specifically two, I'd
Yes.
say.
Yes. Give them
Which
their
was
flowers now.
DeWanda Wise as
Yeah.
Kayla Watts, who was like the pilot
Yep.
in the movie. And I'm so sorry for butchering your name.
Mamadou.
Mamadou Ati, who played Ramsey Cole. I thought they were awesome.
Me too.
I thought they were the best part of the movie.
Agreed. They were
Besides dinosaurs, obviously.
fantastic. Both of them. I think. Well, I can't. Never mind. I don't want to spoil things, but they're really, really good. I would agree with that.
I also just found their characters interesting.
Do you
didn't
know?
like
Do you
Tim
know
Cook?
why they're the most interesting characters?
Because they're new?
Because
they
they're the
have
ones that
something
are
to do?
they're making decisions. They're making choices that are interesting. Some of the other characters do make some choices.
Do you guys know that Chris Pratt was in this movie?
Oh boy. So,
I want his dirt bike. Talk about that later.
that's the world's fastest dirt bike. But
Would you say it's fast and
I hate you.
furious?
I hate you so
by
much
chance?
right now. Why do you do this to me? Why do you break my heart?
Just curious. That stunt was in a Fast and Furious movie.
No, I just think it's interesting that from interviews. I'm ignoring you. From the interviews I've gleaned from like Sam Neill and Laura Dern, mostly Sam Neill, was that like part of the deal of him coming back was it was not just going to be a cameo. And I'm very surprised that the studio was like, or maybe not the studio, and maybe Chris Pratt threw a fit, I don't know, but was like, he's basically co-lead with Sam Neill. Sam Neill has just as much screen time as Chris Pratt, which is fine. I think Sam Neill's a fine actor, but like, it's just interesting that this is Chris Pratt's movie and he doesn't hardly do anything.
He's in it.
But he's Chris Pratt and he does the arm thing.
Bro, that's everybody's the arm thing. Third favorite part of the movie is when somebody does the arm thing.
It happens so often.
All
You could
36
make
times they do
We
it.
could definitely make a drinking game out of that.
Oh, you would
like-
die.
Maybe it's just me, like, trying to make sense of it, but he does it so much with his raptors, like, maybe it's just instinct, but then everybody does
Oh
it.
yeah, everyone else.
And it's just like, okay, like, it's kind of funny. But
Have you guys watched the pitch meeting for this yet?
yes.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It is hilarious.
It's pretty good. Do we want to hit some pros and cons on this
Yeah.
bad boy?
Yeah.
bro, I made no notes for this.
So I'll just read off my pros real quick. I wrote dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Oh, sub bullet point, dinosaurs with feathers.
Yes.
Sub point.
Feathers with dinosaurs.
Great animatronic dinosaurs and great looking CGI dinosaurs.
Which ones were the animatronics?
Mostly the babies.
Yeah, they looked bad to me.
They were so cute. What are you talking about?
They
Get
look
out
bad.
of
Get out of here.
I thought
That baby Triceratops. It wasn't it was a Triceratops, wasn't it?
dude, it was the eyes. The
It's
eyes looked
adorable.
horrible.
It's adorable.
Whatever. That's one of my cons is the baby dinosaurs. New characters, and then I just love the idea of dinosaurs just existing in the world. Like I just love that. Even though they would absolutely demolish ecosystems, I just think it's super cool.
I think I'm 100% with you.
Like the pterodactyls
and that's
putting
why I
nests
actually
on top
think
of buildings.
the
Like, that's so
third
cool
act
to
of
me.
this movie is the least interesting part of it because we go so far away from that.
We go pretty far away from that pretty quickly in this.
Yeah, but even like the Malta stuff in the second act I think that's interesting.
Oh,
because
yeah.
it shows a different aspect of it.
Well, yeah, I think
It's like
that's
the
like the most
reality of-
realistic part of it.
Yeah, no, for sure. But dude, the beginning when Maisie's out at the docks and the Apatosaurus, the long neck dinosaur,
Yeah, there you go.
walks
Littlefoot's
by
mom.
and they play the piano music. That got me. I cried then.
Dude, I just thought it was awesome
I
how they
didn't.
used the car horn to lure it away because it sounded like Like the dinosaur.
Like another one.
I was like, wow, this dinosaur is stupid.
Yeah, those are my pros.
I would just say like the second half I thought was a blast. Once they go to the Milan or whatever, the desert place, I thought it was just a lot of fun. They were running around doing crazy stuff. I thought the action was super exciting. You said the dinosaurs look great. I don't think the movie really ever looks bad. I don't remember it looking bad. Saw it a week ago.
Yeah, I just didn't like the animatronic babies. I just thought they looked funny.
That's fair.
Oh, I wanted
It's
to
just
snuggle with
when
them.
you have like the two contrasts, right? Like the CG looks so good,
Yeah.
and then you get to like the animatronic, and you're like, I mean, sure, like I don't know. To me, it was weird.
I think what makes it look good to me is the fact they're touching it.
Yeah, they can interact with it.
And when you're touching a CG dinosaur, it's like they're touching air, and you can tell.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're like touching something just makes it more believable.
Yeah.
Even though, yeah, they're going. Oh, but they're so cute too. They're so cute. Little baby dinosaurs.
It's awesome. No, I think for the most part, I
have to rearrange my orders of favorite things in this movie. I've been saying that this is my second favorite thing.
Yeah.
And it's a lie. I'm an idiot. Second best part in the movie is when that one dinosaur just
yes, yes,
just boom,
just pimp slapping fools.
The
it's like, what's up,
forget
dear?
what it's
Get
called.
your
Traxa
out of here.
Dauntless or something.
Wait,
Google it.
yeah, what kind of dinosaur was that?
It's
I
a
don't know.
real dinosaur too.
That thing looked
it didn't look
awesome.
nearly as cool as it did in the movie.
No. But
We
neither
looked
do
it up on
neither
the
do
movie.
neither do the raptors.
Hey.
We looked it up on the movie Moron because they're like, is that thing real? It's real.
They say it in the first one, bigger, more teeth. It's what people want.
I do kind of appreciate that they just built that into the second part of the story. It's like, we're not actually building real dinosaurs. We're not, these are they're attractions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think you can kind of just get away with it. Where was it? It was a
Why
T.
do they always gotta make
It's not
them
on
bigger?
that website.
No clue. Brett probably did that.
While he looks this up, I'll guess my other pro is Jeff Goldblum.
Oh yes.
He, to me, felt like he knew he was in the last Jurassic World movie.
Yep.
And I thought they used him well. I thought he was used so much better than any of the other legacy characters or any of the new returning characters.
I don't know how you pronounce this dinosaur's name. Therizinosaurus?
Therizinosaurus.
Therizinosaurus.
Dinosaur with big fingernails is what I call it.
Looks like an angry chicken.
It does, doesn't it?
Thing's thick.
Looks like a
Thing got a big old booty.
Looks like a borderline anteater.
Except the long nose, it's got long fingernails.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like in the movie. He's out here slapping fools. Pimp slap.
Dude, the deer was like, ow.
It was a nice moment of
Get out
tension too,
get out of the
because
way of the berries.
the movie, by design, because it's an action movie and not a thriller, there's not a lot of tension, and that I thought was a nice moment of tension. Because it's something you've never seen before, and you have it just destroyed that deer, and you're like, what is it gonna do next?
There's two scenes that I think did the thriller side of Jurassic Park really well, which ironically I think is the two best dinosaurs in the movie, which is giant chicken pimp slapping the deer, and then Bryce Dallas Howard like hiding in the lake.
Yeah.
I thought that was super well done. And then the other one is when the pilot and Chris Pratt crash land and the real raptor with the chicken wings is chasing them. And when it just dives in the water and it gives that violin sound, I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting. I like that. Those are probably, I think,
Those are my two
most
favorite.
well done scenes.
I actually didn't like the Pyroraptor that much.
I don't like you that
pimp
much.
I'm a pimp slap you like that deer.
And this is a leads into my first negative.
Maybe I just like the feathers.
We pretty much only see everything once.
Yup.
There's this movie is so stuffed that it's like, okay, the Pyroraptor, they got away from it. When's it gonna come back? Oh, spoilers, I guess. It doesn't. Right?
Fingernail Dino came back.
Barely.
These ones came back. I don't know what those ones are called. The ones that spit.
But like
The Barbasol candy.
ooh. Yeah, there's a lot of throwbacks to the even Dodson from the original Jurassic Park is in
Tim Cook.
in here is Tim Cook, which total I wasn't thrilled about.
Wait, who?
This is Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple.
He was in the originals?
This dude, Dodgson, was in the original as like a throwaway character.
Yeah.
But he reminded me
He's
of
the guy
Tim
who
Cook.
he's the guy who gives Nedry the Barbasol can on the island at the very beginning of the movie.
Huh.
So
I
thought
would
it
have
was-
never caught on to
I thought it was
that.
an interesting. I didn't catch on until I saw the can, and I was like, I put two and two together. But
This scene.
different actor, obviously. But
Would you look at that?
yeah, one of the weaker characters.
Yeah. This
in
feels
my mind.
straight up Tim Cook.
Of this movie. Did you guys have any other weak characters?
Chris Pratt.
I just think all the three characters I thought were good were Ramsey, Watts, and Jeff Goldblum. The rest were
Okay.
just like
Whatever.
We're there.
were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that can lead
Yeah.
into like my first con is just like the beginning of this movie is to me just not good. Like it's atrocious.
Who's
Like bad editing, bad dialogue. I leaned over to Luke. I think we were like 15 minutes in. I was like, Luke, is it me or is this dialogue like horrible? And Luke's like, I just thought it felt so bad. Like it didn't feel like we were getting anywhere organically.
it was really rough until Maisie gets taken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, part of the problem is Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard don't have that much chemistry. You should never, I'll say this, and I'm going to stand by this. You should never start your movie with a newscast.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Still shouldn't do it. Weakest part of that movie. No, like the one time any movie I think gets away with it is Spider-Man Far From Home because it's part of it's this funny high school newscast. But like you jump from that into I guess you go straight into Bryce Dallas Howard's story from there before you get to the Maisie and Chris Pratt stuff. But no, it was. I thought it was a pretty rough start as well.
It's just so choppy and like we're location hopping.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's chocked full of things. And I think that's actually, yeah, I just wrote the beginning is chocked full. Just like there's just so much that they're trying to like info dump you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot.
It is a lot.
Like I was getting kind of worried at the beginning. I was like, oh man, if this whole movie's like this, it's gonna be rough. But it I think it settles in at the beginning of the second act and starts to kind of be super enjoyable.
I'll go another con, which is the interconnectedness of Laura Dern and Sam Neill's journey with Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard's journey, if that makes sense. Everything in this movie has got to be connected. It's a small world after all. It's a small world. And I just didn't think it was necessary because they retconned something. Retcon is maybe too strong of a word. They imply that some things that were said in the last movie were actually false, that I thought would have been even more interesting to go into.
Like what?
The stuff with Maisie.
Oh, okay.
And
Sorry.
Maisie's
No, I'm just trying to remember the second movie.
Maisie is actually very central to the Sam Neill and Laura Dern kind of thread.
She's that connective tissue.
She's that connective tissue, which I think her relationship with. I know. Most people don't want a teen angst movie, but I just think there's a better story there if you're exploring that family dynamic and parenthood and what does it mean to be a clone versus where they end up going with this. So,
Okay.
big
Yeah.
bugs, good or bad?
So this might be controversial. I really did not dislike Big Bug's storyline at all. I actually kind of liked it. That, we still haven't really learned our lesson, and we have a giant corporation trying to make money off this, and they decide to make big bugs to wipe out the ecosystem so they can sell their special grain or whatever.
I think
Maybe it's something along those lines. I wasn't really following it.
No, that's
I was looking for feathered dinosaurs,
that's
though.
accurate.
So
That's accurate.
I think the thing I don't like about it is just it takes away from the dinosaurs. This is a Jurassic World movie, not a bug movie.
are you saying that they weren't around?
No, I'm just saying I don't go to watch Jurassic World to see bugs. And we really only see them do anything like twice.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. No,
I mean, it's
just
a controversial take. I know.
No, and it's fine. I don't personally actually have that much of an issue with it, except that the movie is overstuffed, and if there's something to cut, I'm cutting that.
Yep.
It's one of the probably 2 or 3 things I would cut. I think they wrote it fine.
I think the idea is
Quite interesting.
really good.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess
But
my
yeah,
thing with it.
I would have rather had that as its own separate thing.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's just like a spin-off show.
We're
or
going to
movie
be
or
talking
something.
at the end of this about like where we think the franchise is going from here, and I think that could have been a really cool standalone thing
Like setup.
in
yeah.
the future. Yeah.
I think one part of it for me too is, oh, my ear is ringing.
Let me punch
Oh no.
Okay.
Make it ring more.
That help?
I don't know where you would take this giant thing with kind of dinosaurs being released into the world with how big they want to make it.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh no, that's absolutely a problem.
because you either go really far and Mad Max it, which I think could be entertaining, but I think with what they did,
Jurassic Planet.
sounds like a restaurant. I think it's an interesting direction because you gotta remember all these dinosaurs are at a house. There's not a lot of them.
Oh, they're
Like, you're talking-
multiplying, though.
But like you're talking about how they would
Goddamn
destroy our
babies.
ecosystem. And I don't think there's like what, 100 dinosaurs? There's 2 or 3 of each. It's like Noah's Ark maybe in like a couple years. Couple 100 years there'd be a bunch of dinosaurs running amok, but like I thought they did it an interesting way where it's like there might be a dinosaur around. Maybe, but like life still goes on. I thought the locusts made it so that you didn't have to keep villainizing the dinosaurs.
That's true. Yeah, because in a Jurassic movie, ultimately, very rarely do you villainize the dinosaurs. They're a threat for sure, but they're not the villains hardly ever.
They're an animal.
Yeah.
They're just doing their thing.
Yep. And that's so true in this case. And I think it works for the most part. I thought it made the climax a little less climactic, but
I thought it looked cool when they're like raining down on fire and stuff.
I thought that was weird though, but
I just thought it looked cool.
it did look. Cool.
it did.
I was
No,
like,
it did.
I thought
It,
they were. Never mind.
it had a very apocalyptic feel to it, which
Yeah.
I think was kind of the point. Like, we want to make this feel like the end of days for the dinosaurs. You know, what was it like when an asteroid had hit the Earth and fire was raining down from the sky? It's kind of the same thing. It's a cool visual for sure. And props to the writers for creating a avenue for that to happen.
That doesn't feel out of place at all.
Yeah, no. I'll complain about some of these things all day long, but in reality, I think they fit pretty well.
Yeah.
Man, we wouldn't be movie fans if we didn't complain about stuff.
Competently written story. It's not my favorite story, and I think the dialogue is pretty weak. But like beat to beat, it all works.
Yeah.
The best dialogue in this movie is, well, it's terrible dialogue, but it's just that the fact that every like 5 minutes somebody's going, "What?" I loved it.
Oh.
I had two more cons before we get into spoilers.
Yeah.
One of mine, I just think we keep talking about it being overstuffed. I think it's trying to wrap up 6 movies instead of 1, which is, a tall task for any movie.
Yeah.
And how involved, like you mentioned, the legacy characters are. You're just putting more on your plate. And then my last con, and I don't know if this is necessarily a con, but it's definitely not a pro, is the score.
Yeah.
It's really interesting to get Giacchino and not like knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
It's very just kind of there. There's the motifs that sound great and they make you feel things, but like everything else, it's kind of like, okay. Very forgettable.
The problem is the motifs are all, and even if he made some of the motifs, like anyone can put those motifs in at the right moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say anyone, maybe not anyone, but
anybody at that level.
But if you're gonna get Giacchino, like why is he not making something fantastically new for this?
Because he's already done 2. He could just move it into.
It's
this
the
movie.
nostalgia thing, right? It's because we want to hit those nostalgia beats, and it's hard to do that in the finale of a thing. We're gonna create something new that you're unfamiliar with, and we want you to love it, but it's surrounded by all this other music you already love.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
I don't know.
It was really underwhelming. It didn't really do anything for me.
Yeah.
Didn't move the needle at all.
Yeah. A pro con for me.
Is that like a proton?
Yes.
Okay.
Proton torpedo. The action is a lot of fun and totally crazy. And it's a pro because it's fun, and it's a con because it's
crazy.
Because it's crazy. I don't know. I just like
it's kind of all over.
As soon as they walk out of that plane crash, I'm like, all right.
Did it remind you of anything? Sorry.
I mean, planes and helicopters are the safest place to be in a movie.
Yeah.
A crashing plane and helicopter.
I just love the dialogue leading into the crash. Doesn't he say something along the lines of like, I was in the Navy? It's like, what? It doesn't make you susceptible to like not dying in a plane crash.
Yeah.
I think she says something about the Air Force, which he was in. He's like, I don't know what that means. I was in the Navy or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Or I was in the Navy, not the Air Force.
It just cracks me up. Let's trade war stories as we go down.
Yep. Yep. Any other thoughts before we get into spoilers?
Rip Scooter Guy.
Rest in peace to Scooter
R.I.P.
Guy.
Scooter Guy.
And that deer.
Let's give our
The deer got pimp slapped.
let's give our ratings here.
I give it a Matthew McConaughey. I had a ton of fun with it, but it's still a poorly made movie, and I feel like it balances out pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've bounced back and forth, but I think if you're a Jurassic Park fan, like it just generally not like a super fan, I'd give it fanboy worthy.
I think if you're probably a general audience member, you're gonna enjoy this. I mean, if you go to the movies and you just enjoy big action movies,
Wait, am I giving it the lowest rating?
you'll enjoy this. Oh no, I'm giving it a Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, I think I like this the most, and I gave it the lowest rating.
I'm just clarifying that I think, despite the fact me giving it a Matthew McConaughey, I think it's competently enough made that most people enjoy it.
I think that's the thing now for me that I have a hard time giving these big franchises. I mean, like if you're a fan of the franchise, you're gonna like it.
We built our rating system around that, and so like
so it's a fanboy worthy in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I mean, look, people love the new Doctor Strange movie.
I don't know how.
Right, and that is a horrible movie.
Your dog's just licking the carpet.
Gemma, don't lick the carpet. Is she sleeping?
No, she's licking the carpet.
Hey, come here, sweetie.
So they're going.
Yeah, I mean that's a
Bob pup is
that
here.
movie to me is worse than this one.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Like, but like people love it. It's crazy.
Don't trust people.
That's right.
I think fanboy worthy though, like that was back in the day when it was more just like a recommendation. Use it more now as a rating system too.
Well, if it's a rating system, then I'm going Matthew McConaughey. If
This
it's a
is-
recommendation, it's a fanboy worthy. I think if you like Jurassic Park, you should go see it.
I gave it 3 out of 5 stars on my letterbox.
That's what I gave it.
At this point, it's my highest Matthew McConaughey.
It would be the absolute lowest fanboy worthy I could give it.
Yeah. So
Our rating system sucks.
it's the worst.
Time for a rework.
I love it. No,
Let's reboot this.
no, but like 100%.
Just like all the movies.
We'll bring back legacy characters and everything.
Wait, does it mean we have to start on episode 1?
We gotta do a rebuquel.
Oh, that sounds too
That's
complicated.
good. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Spoiler talk. Let's go. What time is it? It's 47 minutes in. All right.
Spoiler talk. We can do this in a
15
fairly
minutes.
fast manner. Let's do it.
Can we make this under an hour?
Maybe.
Bro, I'm about to drag this thing out.
Favorite moments.
Scooter guy.
Okay, other than Scooter Guy.
Hiding in the water
Hiding in the
with
water was
Claire
great.
and
Yeah.
the Giganotosaurus like screaming over the water. Like that was the coolest shot in the whole movie.
Oh, the bird one. This
Was it that?
The Giganotosaurus
It was
is the big.
It was the pimp
is the
Oh yeah, the
dinosaur.
pimp slapper screamed
Yeah.
over the water. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. And I was like, yo, this is awesome. Like one of my favorite moments in all 6 of these movies.
Oh, so I mean, not to just derail our
no,
conversation here,
no!
but
Catch the Brett.
over on our website, whatthefanboy.com, I ranked the top 10 dinosaur moments in the Jurassic Park franchise up to this movie, so not including this movie. Tyler, clearly that would be one that slides in there.
It'd be pretty high for me.
for
yeah.
you. Are there any other moments in this film that you think make it? Does the T-Rex walking in front of the circle waterfall
That was pretty cool.
make it into a top
It's
10?
pretty tongue in cheek. I think Luke was like, huzzah! Like mid movie, I was like, yeah, that's great.
I honestly just.
Luke and I had a blast watching.
I
this.
can't
Like,
believe
we
they hadn't done it yet.
Oh yeah,
So it felt earned.
sure.
It felt earned. They finally did it.
Luke and I
They pulled it off.
Luke, Logan, and I were just laughing and carrying on throughout the movie. It was a really fun viewing. I loved that. But yeah, that was cool. What'd you call it? The Pyroraptor?
Mm-hmm. Pyroraptor?
Does that have fire?
No,
Oh, that's lame.
I'm
It's a
sorry.
lame name for something without fire. I
I
thought
apologize.
the Pyroraptor scene was cool. I liked it a lot, and I'm with Luke. Feather dinos, huge win in my book.
All the way.
Yeah, huge. Win
I
in
agree
my
with the
book.
feather dino thing. And
And I actually enjoyed.
I thought the swimming was a little silly. I was just hoping to see him again.
Yeah, I thought that was cool, and then I guess my last one, I actually really did enjoy the chase scene. Like
The chase scene is fun.
with Owen on the motorcycle.
Yeah.
I liked that scene a lot actually.
It's ridiculous, but it's a ton of fun.
The Claire running from a raptor stuff was hilarious because it's just like, what? When did she become an action hero?
When she took those heels off and
that's
put
true.
shoes she can run in. She
That's
was
true.
a hero the whole time. It's just the shoes were
It's
slowing
the
her down.
shoes, that's right. It's just shoes. No, I enjoyed that scene though. I thought the set pieces in this were all pretty good.
yeah,
I didn't think any of the set pieces were like glaringly bad or anything. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
I like it.
I would agree. Like I thought all the big set pieces were a lot of fun.
yeah,
The big like black market
like
chase
bust out
sequence
chase thing.
I thought was so fun.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's when that moment happens, the movie I think just really takes off. It's just
Yeah.
unfortunate it happens like 45 minutes
Yeah.
in and you're kind of just like, this is interesting up
It-
to that point.
It feels like you could make this movie shorter. Like at that point, you're like, oh, this could have been a lot shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I really enjoyed early on when Blue and Beta first show up. I think that's kind of a nice moment where it's like we're both kind of trying to raise a family. It's not a huge dinosaur moment. It's nothing action and intense.
You're getting
but-
soft in your old age, bro.
I know. I'm an old man. I think back on my youth and the innocence thereon.
Took a weird turn.
But yeah, I mean, it's always good to see Rexy come back, and
We're in spoilers, right?
yeah,
Dude, that blast fight I thought was so cool with the pimp and Roberta.
I love
we're
that,
just calling it the pimp.
Pimp Slaposaurus Rex and Freddy Krueger.
Oh yeah, Freddy Krueger. That's what we called it when we got out.
Yeah, the Freddy Krueger.
I might like the pimp more though.
I like Pimp Slaposaurus.
It's
better.
just shorter.
Yeah.
The pimp.
The pimp.
When the pimp and Roberta they're like, okay, big boy, wah-bah, stab. Oh, so cool.
It ends quickly too. You're like, oh man, that
Dude,
was fast.
they whooped him.
Dude, so my
Power
theory,
of teamwork, baby.
my theory of that scene is that Rexy used the formula that Batman used to after he gets the
Oh,
shotgun
like the Bane-
blast,
the Bane juice?
the Bane juice, the venom. He's like, and he's like, ugh.
I'm-
Rexy did the same thing.
I think he just got a call from Dom and was like, bro, your family.
Ow. Yes.
He stood up and he was like, I gotta protect all of my family.
I got this.
Gotta go protect the Pimposaurus over there.
I agree.
I thought it was a good fight. I, as a animal lover, was disappointed that the Giganotosaurus, how do you pronounce it?
The big boy?
The big boy. The big boy
Gigantosaurus.
was merely there to die.
Duh.
It made sense for the Indominus. It made sense for the Indoraptor. They're horrible man-made creations. But what did Giganotus do that it deserved to die?
You mess with Rexy. You get the claws.
I mean, Rexy does not go down easy.
Wolverinosaurus ain't here to play.
That said, she has had
Good,
help the
different
last
name every
two
time.
times.
There is a reason that Tyrannosaurus Rex is the king of the dinosaurs.
Yeah, bro.
For a certain period of time.
Tiny arms.
Ian is.
Dude, I was watching a video. They said that they think those T-Rex could still lift like 600 pounds with those arms.
I
Like
believe
they're
it.
small, but they're
Well, right
mighty.
underneath.
They're swole.
They're small, but jacked,
Yeah,
baby.
Yeah.
Less surface
He's
area.
in his room just curling.
You want to know how I think you could prove that?
How?
Hand a baby something and then try to take it from them.
Dude, babies have the
They're
craziest grip.
And you're like, what the heck? How is it so strong? Short arms, man.
Yep.
Less range.
Couple disappointing things in this
The jungle.
movie.
Sorry. Blurred.
The Dolomite jungle.
Yeah, I felt like they spent a lot of time hyping up the jungle only to really have like one true scene in there.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's kind of a weird choice. I wonder what was cut from that.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure a bunch.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see kind of like to hear what their original idea was for that. I
just,
don't need to see it. I just would be curious because
That's fair.
there's a lot of dialogue around it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, cool, that's gonna be fun. And then, like we see Owen and Kayla just kind of teleport to Claire, and we're like, oh, okay, that was super dangerous.
Yeah, between that and the whole anti-air thing, and we see one flying dinosaur.
Yeah. It's just it felt like that idea was kind of underdeveloped.
Yeah.
Like they were like, hey, we have this really cool idea, but we have too much going on. We can't really spend a lot of time on it.
Which that kind of leads me into this. Like the third act, I think, is less interesting because it's essentially another park. I mean, it's not, but it is, right? Like
it is.
We're gonna do a reserve.
Get them
and
all to the
it's-
sanctuary, and
but
you're like,
you-
oh, we're doing that again.
You have to do that if you want the big fight,
Right.
because otherwise they all spread out. And how do you do that? You don't. So
They're just like,
the
oh,
nature
hey,
of the story.
it's Steve.
I think forced them to do that, which I thought was unfortunate. But at the same time, like whatever, it was still fun.
I think the dumbest thing in the entire movie has nothing to do with the movie, but it's just that I don't know if it was the writer, Trevorrow, or a producer compared Big Boy Dinosaur to the Joker.
What?
Yeah. In a pre, like a press briefing thing, like an interview, Trevorrow was like, the Giganotus is the Joker of the Jurassic World franchise.
And everybody read that and went, no, he's not. And we've watched the movie, and you know what?
It's not.
He's not.
What?
He's not. This is the funniest quote. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
The only other disappointing thing I would want to mention, and this bothers me in movies, like this one does a pretty bad job of it. But what's her name? The clone girl. What's her name?
Maisie.
Maisie. So we get the angsty
AKA
teenager
Jesus.
at the beginning.
Mhm.
They're like, "Hey, don't cross the bridge." Whatever. She gets captured. Gets free, all this stuff, and like they're trying to capture her to study her. She gets free, does all this stuff, and then she's like, "Nah, you guys can study me. It's cool." And it's like, what were we doing? Like, just leave that stuff out. If there's no like, what came of that other than wrapping up the Locust storyline?
Redemption of Henry Wu. That's
Why?
Because
Well, I know why. Like after watching the movie, but like why?
because franchise characters always get redeemed.
They don't. Yeah.
I'm not saying they need to, Tyler. I'm saying they do. Because
It just-
now, guess what they can do? They can sell a little Henry Wu action figure and not feel bad that they're selling the bad,
bad
guy.
guy.
No, he's leading the next trilogy.
I just don't like when a character ends up in the exact same place. Like her character doesn't. We're trying to avoid you getting to this place, but we're going to end you in that place we're trying to avoid you getting to by your own decision. And to me, it's like, well,
Sure, there wasn't growth in that decision.
no, it was.
Right?
It was like, I guess he's
there wasn't
okay.
choice. There wasn't actual choice
Right.
there. It was story progress, plot point number 17.
What do we need her to do to get this other thing wrapped up?
Right, right.
Yeah, I just didn't like that. I wasn't a fan.
Speaking of things, again, more stuffing. The change or the realization that she wasn't actually a clone, but that she's Jesus.
Oh, she's marrying Jesus.
Ooh.
Kind of.
She's kind
What
of a
a
clone.
concept.
She's born of her
Mother?
who is herself. Like again, I get why they do that for the Locust storyline, but it's so unnecessary. And I think it's way more interesting for her to wrestle with her existence as a clone.
Yeah, that's the weird like retcon thing that they did,
Yeah,
right? Because didn't
yeah.
they say in the second one like her grandpa made her?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
It's again, and that's all from third parties. Like her grandpa never admits that, so it could be that they either didn't know or they had
okay.
little bit of
Because they
information.
do kind of treat it like he was covering it up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but still, like, why as a scientist, if you just made
But it's a
discovery like that, would you not share it?
It's another weird twist that they throw in. It's a little bit like the Rey Palpatine thing. Like it's a twist to be twisty.
Excuse me, that's Rey Skywalker. Put some respect on her name.
My bad, guys. I apologize. I also was sad that there wasn't more blue in this movie.
I was okay with it.
Yeah, I was fine with that.
He got 2 movies.
That's true. I guess that's true.
Yeah.
She.
You're right. I should put some respect on that name. My bad.
Yeah,
My bad, Blue.
Yeah, that truthfully, that did not bother me. I kind of liked what we got from Blue in the end, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I liked that scene of kind of like the realization. We did it.
Yep.
That was cool.
I
liked it.
also
We did it.
again the little bit she was in there. I did like when after Beta was taken.
Yes.
And she's
like freaking out.
She like attacked Owen.
Yeah.
She was like, "No, I'm not calming down."
Right.
Like, oh, that's
Like Blue has personality, and it's like the only
Yes.
dinosaur in really most of the franchise that does.
yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
It's different.
Rexy has a little bit,
Right.
but it's mostly
But Rexy does because
benevolent.
a lot of appearances.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
So you feel like there's personality there.
That's a good point. I loved the shot at the end of the movie where you got to see all 3 T-Rex because those were the other 2 from Isla Sorna that were from the Lost World. There was the one that died in number 3, but the baby one where they fixed the leg in number 2 and the other probably the male. I guess it'd probably be a female, but I like that little family shot. Like, oh, Rexy
Dude, the shot of just like the last 2 minutes of them being in the real world again, like the the
Like
horse
running
ones
with
with
the
the
horses.
horses.
Yeah.
Dude, the shot with the elephants
Yeah.
was awesome. I think that was Logan's favorite shot in the movie.
Well, yeah, he just saw elephants from real
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
Dude, can you imagine going on a freaking safari and
And there's just
See.
a big old brontosaurus there
Oh,
or whatever they're called.
yes, please.
Littlefoot's mama. Bigfoot.
Apatosaurus.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
And you can have it follow you if you just honk your car.
Okay, I want to talk about real quick. Where does Jurassic World go from here? Where does the Jurassic franchise go next? We know they have their Camp Cretaceous series over on Netflix. It's a very youth focused. I mean, I've watched all of the seasons and they're very kid focused.
Are they good though?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. No, they're not.
I'm sure I'll watch them at some point.
They're not much. They're not. They're made for kids, so
Yeah.
there's gonna be some immaturity in there and some glossing over of things. But I think for the most part, they're pretty good.
Do dinosaurs kill children?
Somehow, no. They've all survived.
It's all off. It's off screen.
They've all survived.
Where's Billy? He's back there.
They
Don't
do-
worry about
Never
it.
shows up again.
They do some really crazy things, which I'm glad it aren't in the movies.
It aren't.
It aren't.
I loved that. Please.
I'm glad it isn't in the movies with technology and even more gene splicing things. So they have some crazy hybrids in that show.
Animation budgets, man. You can do a lot more cool stuff like that.
But what about? I mean, let's talk the future of Jurassic Park, or Jurassic World. Where do you think or want to see them go?
Where would I want them to go?
Or yeah, both.
Small. Go smaller. And lean into your horror-ish roots. Horror-ish roots. Ish.
Yeah.
Where do I think it'll go? Bigger.
Yeah. To not have the same answer as Luke, because I agree. I would like it to be smaller scale, more horror based.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be cool if they did something a little more like ocean focused.
Oh yeah.
Like kind of not this movie, but like there's research stations out like the Meg and Deep Blue Sea, like these research stations out at sea, and they're being terrorized by some water dinosaurs. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Just be different.
I
Granted,
love,
it would just be the Meg.
I love the
Deep Blue Sea,
mosasaur
but
though. Like I'm so bummed at
what we've gotten from
what we've
the
gotten from
mosasaur,
it.
yeah.
Like it's good in the first movie because it's what it is.
Mhm.
Like I think it works great there. I really like what they do with it at the beginning of the second movie.
I think that's one of the like prettiest dinosaurs they've done. Like
Yeah.
it looks really really good.
Yeah.
In every appearance, it
Yeah.
looks phenomenal.
Yeah, and then it's in a montage in this one.
Right.
So
Right.
something with that. What do you think they'll do? Do they not know? Maybe they don't know.
How crazy can I get?
Bigger and more teeth.
No, I think it just.
The metaverse is upon us. What are they gonna do?
You know my actual answer. To
I
that.
do, and I want to hear it. I want the people to hear it.
Can't do it. People will just have to wait and see. I don't know that they know what they're gonna do next. I think the quote from, was it Trevorrow, who had the quote about like, I'm sure there's some young filmmaker out there who's got an idea. I think that's pretty telling. What they're thinking is like, well, we'll just kind of see what's thrown at us and we'll go from there.
And that's what maybe gives me the most hope, because I think young filmmakers tend to be the ones who have a little more
They're more in the zeitgeist.
an idealized version of like what filmmaking is, which is going to be smaller.
Well, they're in the zeitgeist too. Like they know what people want.
Yeah. No, but I agree. I hope they go smaller. I want to see, $50 million Jurassic movies, and I want to see a variety of genres. I want to see the horror, but I also want to see like
Murder mystery.
well, what's a more family friendly one that I can take my. I mean, there were 10-year-olds at this movie, but like.
Yes, there were a lot of kids that are showing too.
More babies.
More kids than I thought there would be.
I think there's been a baby at every movie I've seen this year.
That's crazy, man.
But
like, you can play with genre a little bit and still keep it in the world.
Here's your more kid-friendly movie. Just make a Jurassic version of Free Willy.
What about? You're gonna hate this.
Probably not.
Baby Triceratops.
It's fine.
But make it like E.T. Kid.
Dude, that would actually be really
fun. Dinosaur and kid bond. Dinosaur
flies away in spaceship.
Dinosaur gets sick. Flies away in spaceship. Exactly.
I'm in.
Kid's like, oh, I thought that was a dinosaur.
Man, this turned really strange all of a sudden.
But
and then the Triceratops is like, Alan. And then it shows Sam Neill. He's like 90 years old in a retirement home, and he's
waking up and he's like, what the?
He's just like, oh, these pills are messing me up, bro.
I was kind of shocked they didn't make like a tongue-in-cheek reference.
Oh yeah, there were enough other little references, but I do wonder if they'll ever go back to what Jurassic Park 4 was originally going to be, which is more hybrid
dinosaurs
and like a human dinosaur hybrid. I don't necessarily like that idea.
Doom Patrol does.
But if they want to go bigger, I think it's almost where they have to go.
All right.
I know what they're going to do for a kid-friendly movie. They're going to make it a sports movie. And it's going to be like that Racing Stripes movie where that zebra does horse racing, but it's going to be a dinosaur. It's going to be like, this dinosaur can't race. It's just a monster. It's going to eat the other horses. And they're going to be like, no, he's a good dinosaur. And we're going to prove it to you. And he's going to win the Kentucky Derby.
That would be a movie. That'd be a thing.
Can we get Air Bud, but with velociraptors?
They just keep popping the ball. No, here's the swing, right? Like the crossover with Fast and Furious. That's the swing. That's the go real big. Dom hands Rexy a white beater and a cross chain. Kind of pats the chest like family. And Rexy kind of roars, and next thing you know, I mean, we got Arc 2 coming out, right? Vin Diesel's riding a T-Rex into battle.
Oh my god.
There's an underground dinosaur racing club where people are saddled up on things, race thing.
This sounds amazing.
I do wonder if
I think
here's the next step.
Something they teased in both Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom was this idea of militarizing the dinosaurs, which we didn't get in this one. I think
that movie with the Fast and Furious
crew. That could be a, not a quite as intense as what Tyler's describing, but
this is what they do.
They're going to be like, we can't get any teams. We got to get the team. We got to get the family. They hit up Toretto. They're like, hey, man, look, we got these people militarizing dinos.
Instead of the next thing being another Jurassic World Park land, instead somebody's going to dive into their bookshelves and they're going to find the Dinotopia books.
Oh.
They're going to make that into like a Disney Plus series or something.
What if they find out that people are using dinosaur blood to make their nitrous more effective in cars?
Oh my gosh.
And it goes back to Dom stealing dinosaurs to make his car faster.
So this won't happen.
I'm just trying to think of the most ridiculous things.
Because it wouldn't have any human characters. But I
it's
found
not necessarily a bad thing.
I found the little prequel that the prologue that they had. Earlier this year, it was before some IMAX movie.
Oh, it was like last summer that they released that.
Yeah. I found that really interesting. I would totally be down for like a proper, this is set in the Jurassic period. Even if it's not a 2.5 hour film, give me a 90-minute film of...
No, that's too short. Everybody knows that movies under 2 hours are terrible movies, right? That's the discourse I've seen this week on Twitter.
I watched The Land Before Time last night with my daughter. It's 69 minutes long. It's the perfect length.
Nice.
I'm just, that's what Twitter says. A movie's an hour and 50 minutes long, and it's terrible before you've even seen it.
Oh man, Thor 4 is in trouble.
Oh boy.
It's an hour 59. It's
Oh
not
my
gonna
gosh.
Be good. It's
Who-
gonna be terrible, dude. It's gonna be horrible.
I can't believe somebody would have the audacity to make a movie under 2 hours.
I don't even know if I'm gonna go see it now. Be a waste of money.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sometimes Twitter's the worst. It's kind of funny because you keep thinking of things to merge this with Fast and Furious. This might piss you off a little bit, Brett. I'm sorry.
I love it. Make me mad.
Just don't be mad at me.
No, be mad at him, you coward.
Take the anger out on Fast and Furious because I know
Just be glad.
that's easy for you.
Just be glad. Tyler is between me and you right now. Oh, it's going down.
So,
Can't believe Gemma hasn't come up to comfort.
the Jurassic Park movies, to me, are just elevated way too high for people. I know it's like your favorite movie.
No, sure,
It's
sure.
a lot of people's favorite movie. There's a lot of nostalgia with it. To me, Jurassic Park movies is another Fast and Furious franchise.
It's become
It's-
that,
it's-
for sure.
But like even the first one is clearly the best. Clearly, obviously, it's way better. But it's like still ridiculous. It's after that. And I guess I just don't put it on this pedestal that everybody
Sure.
else does. So I don't judge it the same too. And all
Yeah.
I've been seeing all week on Twitter and TikTok is people complaining about everything about this movie and just not willing to even have fun at all with it,
Yeah.
which is frustrating. And I know I do that a lot with a lot of other things where I just kind of hate stuff.
I thought this movie...
We all go through that in our lives every once in a while.
I thought this movie was pretty... Again, maybe I'm just in tune enough with what the industry is doing. I thought this was very predictable in what this movie was going to be.
I don't know what people were expecting.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
seen 2 Jurassic World movies, and
If you don't know what you're gonna
If you
get
don't
at
know,
this point,
yeah,
you're never
yeah.
gonna figure it out.
no, I think this
Jurassic Park.
this did exactly what I thought it would do, and
Jurassic
it met
World.
expectations.
I think people were expecting
The rest.
like this to end with like Fiend at the end, like it's an art house film or something. The way the discourse has taken place, it's like, no, this is.
The only other
Jurassic
thought I
World.
can think of is like maybe people were more upset that it wasn't like a dinosaurs are either gone or humanity is on the verge of extinction.
Like I said before, there's like 100 dinosaurs in this world.
But yeah, no, and it doesn't make sense for it to end there because that's just not how it would go.
You want to know how it would go? We would literally kill every single one of those dinosaurs. Or they would all go in a zoo.
I
And
had
then...
this conversation with someone at work today.
Oh, like in San Diego?
They were like, I don't know if you know this, but humans are really good at extincting animals.
We're really good at it.
Yeah,
We've
like
done it
super
multiple
good at it.
times.
They
Like,
would
it's
try to
scary
regulate
how good
hunting
it
and it
is.
wouldn't matter. We would kill them all.
They'd
We'd find
get
a way.
poached instantly.
We watched Chris Pratt lasso an 800-pound dinosaur and tie it to a stump.
Dude, I think he's actually that strong.
Me too.
He's stronger than that stump.
He's been working out ever since Parks and Rec, so.
Now he just stopped drinking beer.
And he's in the Schwarzenegger family.
Ooh.
So you know he's going to get jacked.
You know he's got those roids. That was a weird sound. I apologize for you audio listeners. Any final thoughts on Jurassic World Dominion? We stopped the dinosaurs with our hands.
Always.
And look forward to our next episode coming already on Monday. So this is a weird one. We recorded it on a Friday because of my schedule.
Boo.
So just in like 3 days, I get to see you guys again. And we'll be talking about a bunch of gaming news, mostly.
So much gaming news.
So much gaming news. There'll probably be some, I guess,
Finally get to talk about Street Fighter 6.
God.
yeah. It's going to be a good time.
So excited
And
for that.
and more movies keep coming out, so we'll keep having reviews here in the next couple weeks as some more big ones drop. But until then, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you.